Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are. My name is Moses, and today I will be talking about the 5 things that most Christians, or rather some Christians, do in church today that is very, very wrong. And as a Christian, you're not supposed to do this in church. Today, a lot of Christians do it, and for them is a normal thing. They just take it to be a very normal thing, but it is not good. It is not good at all. Number one, discussing. A lot of Christians discuss today in church, mostly while the sermon is going on. You find them distract people with unnecessary discussion, talk about politics, talk about fashion, talk about different topics that is not supposed to be, you know, talked about in the church. And they do this with so it is totally wrong, totally wrong. Seriously, it is totally wrong. Number two, selling in church. Today, a lot of ladies sell in church. Not just the ladies, the young guys, they also do it too. They bring different products to the church. So while the church service is going on, they will start selling. They'll start bringing out the products, showing it to their friends, their colleague, everyone seated close to them. Sometimes they even pass this thing, like they give the next person seated to sitting beside them, to pass it to the next person, and pass it just like that, and it goes on and on and on. So you can imagine the number of people they can distract while the service is on, just because they want to sell their products. And they think it is a normal thing, because they don't just go to church because they want to hear the word of God. They go to church, they now see it as an avenue of reaching the people with what they sell. But I think if this is right, it would have been better when Jesus himself went to the temple and then saw the people selling and exchanging money. So if it is a right thing, so Jesus would have not even destroyed or scattered the table. Right? I mean, scatter the table. So it is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong, and it is wrong. Please do not do this. Number 4 on the list is sleeping. A lot of Christians today sleep while service is going on, and when once you ask them, they tell you, I'm just tired, I just want to sleep. But there's something that really amazed me. When you go to their workplaces or where they are selling, they don't sleep. They don't sleep at all. This is not just tiredness. I don't see it as a physical tiredness. I think it is more of a spiritual problem than the physical thing. Although a lot of people argue it is more of the physical. They get to the work, they get tired and all of that. But if tiredness and excessive work is the reason for sleeping in church, how come they don't sleep in their business places? I always ask this question. But you find them sleep very easily in church, and this happens during when the sermon when the sermon is going on. When once the pastor mounts the podium and start teaching or start preaching, you find them sleeping. So I don't think it is more of the physical thing like tiredness and any other. I don't just think it's just that. I'm not also saying that may not be the problem, but conclusively that is not the problem. I think it has also to do with the spiritual part of things, and so you need to be alert spiritually, for you to be up during service. Then the number 5 things is making and receiving calls. Now, if you go to a lot of church today, you find out that so many people make and receive calls during service. Okay, we are living in an age where so many devices can help us make call, without putting our phones on the ear. So a lot of them, mostly the ladies, put the Bluetooth, like the Bluetooth device, and then use their hair to cover the device and make calls while service is going on. Yes, they do that a lot. They do that a lot. And you find out that some of them would not just make these calls, they can also distract others while making these calls. So it is wrong to make or receive calls during service. These are the 5 things that some Christians are doing in church, and you are advised not to do any of this because it is wrong. It is really, really wrong. You're not advised to do any of this. You're not advised, I take it again, you are not advised to discuss. You are not advised to distract people with your discussion, make calls, receive calls. You are not advised to sleep, criticize the sermon, and you are not also, advised to sell during service, because a lot of people do this. Please do not do this. It is wrong. Don't do this. Now, subscribe, follow for more things people do in church that is not church, that is not right. Please, and let me also hear from you if of this is right, or what would be the possible solution, what we can do to stop this, what can be done to stop this, or what is responsible for all of this. I just want to hear from you. Please drop that idea, your comment is very, very important. Drop it, because we learn from others. We learn by teaching ourselves and teaching others, and also learning from others. So please drop the comments. Let's know why these 5 things are actually taking place in church. Let's know. Let's hear from you. Once again, thank you. God bless you for watching.